What's up, Bob Beckett here, and welcome to the Big Pip'n Show, episode number 2. And today I have a special guest with me. His name is Christian Supreme. What's up, Bob Beckett here, and welcome to the Big Pip'n Show, episode number 2. And today I have a special guest with me. His name is Christian Supreme.
What's happening? How y'all doing?
And it's really special for me because he has been one of my coaches and a partner in our back-end product, our mentorship program that we've been doing with, he's been literally consecutively been trading with our students, every day for how long now? Like a year?
Almost a year now. I think we started February of last year. You finally convinced me that I was ready to be a coach, and
yeah,
I'm so glad you did, because it forced me to learn a lot more than I did know at that time.
Well, I love coaching, because you can see everybody else's stuff and be like, well, I would do this, and then all of a sudden you catch yourself when you're doing something. And it's like, well, I just taught that person that, and I should probably fix it. So it really helps your own trading. But also, I think the most powerful thing that I've seen with our stuff is getting people funding and staying consistent. So, our main focus is to help people get 1% a day, right? And the reason, 1% doesn't sound sexy or anything like that, but it is when you're funded $100,000 account, right? And you're doing $1,000 profit per day. And if you don't know about funding, it's like basically prop firms. Like a bunch of investors say, yeah, I'll put up money. And then there's like a middleman that allows you to take a challenge. And if you could beat this challenge, then you basically have access to trade those multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar investors' money, right? So it's really, really cool. And then you get 80 to 90% cut every single month of all the profits that you get off that money. So it's way better than just having like $1,000 in a broker account and you're earning 1% or 5% a day. And honestly, guys, listen to this. If you're still struggling with, blowing your accounts and stuff, it's probably because your account size is too small, right? So we try to fix that with you. This wasn't a sales pitch or anything. I want to go over some training and show you some stuff. But if you're able to, what's 1% of 1,000? $10?
1% of 1,000?
Yeah, it's $10, right? So if you're trying to quit your day job, you need to replace a $5,000 a month income. Obviously, you're probably not going to take trading that seriously if you're making $10 a day, right? Therefore, you're usually having to do like 10, 20% risks. Don't say you don't, because I know you do. I've already talked to like 1,000 plus students, and they all have the same issues. So my issue was I just wasn't trading enough capital. That was my issue, because my brain's like warped. I need to see more money than I was making. So instead of risking more, we say only go for 1 to 2% max and just get more funding, because there's literally like 20 companies now that will give you that. You basically have access to unlimited money right now. It's a really good time to be a trader. Anyways, pretty cool. I'm just going to jump right in here. And this is our indicator. This is our supply and demand indicator. Right now, this is only $7. You can get this at pipstacking.com. This is $7. It's not like gotchas or monthly fees or anything like that. Go to pipstacking.com. It's $7. Okay. Everybody's always like, well, how much is it after that? I'm like, just $7, right? And there's a reason. You know why? Because I'm just tell you straight up. It's because once you get into our world, at the end of the day, you're probably going to end up wanting to work with me and Christian and be a part of our community. So that's where I make my real money, is on the back end. I don't make money off $7. Trust me. It's more or less to show who's serious, who's not, and all that kind of stuff. So let's just talk. Are we going to talk about this, or are we not going to talk about how, NASDAQ just dropped right when the market closed? We were like in and out of this all day. This dropped 309 points, like in seconds. It felt like, well, you could look, it was few minutes.
Yeah, pretty much right after that nice little sell call right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice that.
Which you would, I mean, you might have went back a little bit, but you would have had that your stop loss above that last high didn't come close to that.
Here's the sales pitch. Okay. This was $7 for the indicator. Okay. I'm just having fun at this point, guys. I honestly don't care. You should have already bought it as I said it with this video open, just so you don't forget. Because your wife's gonna call you in like 10 minutes. You're gonna go get dinner. The kid's gonna want to throw the baseball. You're gonna totally forget about this. And this was your one shot at finally I'm just playing. I'm not that cheesy. But look, if I
all
were to,
4 of those calls right there on the screen have worked out if you got it.
yeah. So let's just say you risked $100, okay, on this. This so far on this 1 minute candle, this 1 minute call would have made you $376, right? If you were on a bigger account, like 100,000 account, and you risked 1,000, well, that would have been $3,760, right? So that's that. I don't know. I just have to put it in perspective for you guys. And I don't know why I don't trade the minute more. My gosh, this is freaking crazy. Huh. I learn something every day about this thing. Let's see. Tell me there's a buy down here. Oh, there is. Okay. And a sell. And guys, these moves look tiny, but look. This is without any technical analysis. Let's say you just took that. That's 37 right there. Right? I mean, this one, if you just took it at the top, put your stop there. I mean, you would have got stopped out here, but technically, if you just held on to that sucker and you had the right lot size, you could just kill it. So, but we don't even trade off this. So check this out. When I hit the 4 hour, brace yourself. Brace yourself. This is stupid. Okay. Look at that. I didn't do any technical analysis. 2,568 pips or points, whatever they are. Like, I'm not even doing anything. I just get in with the thing. Look, that went up 170. Not a bad day. Boom, 492. Boom, 455. Boom, 957. Oh, this is just dumb, isn't it? $7. Pipstacking.com. Anyways,
I might have to go rebuy that for $7.
This looks
even like I got access to it. Just looking at this training is like, holy moly.
Yeah, why don't I use it more? Geez, I'm doing all this naked chart thing, thinking I'm tough, and then I could see like, wow, I could actually make a lot of money doing this. Anyways, you can imagine like the sales video for this is it works pretty well because I don't really have to do anything. This is just like, look, I can go back randomly anytime you want. Boom. Nothing changes. And where am I? August. Let me go farther, actually. Rewind. Boom. All right, let's just pretend we were doing it. And then I want to get into a couple of trainings. And by the way, all this green blocks, this is a demand area or an order block, right? Going into basic order flow that needs to be filled. The dash line is 50%. It's pretty cool. So whenever it touches those, it should turn green behind it, showing that it was mitigated, meaning the banks basically closed out their orders. I don't know why that one didn't just turn, but because I have mitigated blocks off, I'm sure. There we go. What is happening? And there's so many different, look at that. So all these have been mitigated. Now, with that said, when you see this, if I put this on with trend like this, the red's going to go away and you're just going to see green. And basically when you see green in your head, you're going to only look for buys. Once these start mitigating and turning red, you're going to look for sells. Simple. So look, it goes red. Like, so I had a guy today who literally, look, did it again. I had a guy today who won 11 out of 12 trades. He just bought this thing. He's making YouTube videos. He's a pretty cool guy, actually. Did you see it yet?
I've seen the video, yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen the start of it. I didn't really see.
So So what's cool, and whether you have this indicator or not, is we focus on break of structure. Like price structure is everything in Forex, and it all tells a story. Like, why did they pull it all the way down here and not break this low? Some would say that's a double bottom, which it is, right? And there's liquidity down there, and the banks, the institutions are going to eventually pull this down to take it out. Simple as that. I'll just make that. Oh, I have liquidity line. There we go. So there's liquidity right there. So this needs to come up into an area of supply right now before it can take out these bottoms. It's just a good target. It doesn't mean it's going to yet. The other thing is notice this block right here. That's this high. So the reason we put this together is so you can visibly see that, okay, this broke this high, right? This is higher than this, which means it's probably a good time to start looking for buys, at least up until this high point, okay? And just like that, it went up there. Again, that doesn't look like a lot, but that was 220 points, right? That's a lot, okay? If you had $5 a point on there, that's $1,000, right? Yeah, I had to do the math. Is it? Wait, yes, it is. Okay, so now you're seeing green because this is detecting that, hey, it's actually reversing now. Maybe we should start looking for buys. So, boom. So we have, what do you see? Break of structure above this. We do have to worry about this high a little bit. So I'd like to see that broken. Okay, that was broken. Okay, which we wicked out this one too. So now we're definitely looking for buys. So what you're going to want to do is look in this area where these green things are for a buy, right? So right here is we're looking, we're not in yet, or we could be in, but from there to there, 305 pips. It had to mitigate some more down here. It was unmitigated, and then it shot back up. I mean, guys, trading doesn't have to be hard. We were just talking about this. A lot of people know how to trade. You might have some really awesome strategies. In fact, this works great. This works great with a lot of strategies, because this is really the glue that makes all your strategies work. Like if it's a head and shoulders pattern or freaking EMA cross or freaking teacup bull crap. Sorry, don't mean to offend the teacup people, okay? With the handles and the shooting stars and all this. Look, I'm just saying nothing happens unless price action or price structure is formed. Like all this stuff has to be mitigated. Watch. It literally has to. Okay, so we're breaking lows underneath that. I don't know if it's going to hit this yet, but I would think they'd want to break that. There we go. Now they could decide if they're going to go up or not. If they break this high, they're going to start bringing it back up. But they didn't, so they broke this low. So essentially, they're probably going to go even deeper. Maybe they're going for these double bottoms now. Or they'll save it. Oh, nope, see that? So as soon as you saw it break this high, it came back and kind of, the retail world would say retest, right? We say mitigate. It mitigated this candle about 50% and shot up. Then guess what? It broke this high right here. That's why they're big red blocks there. And guess what? It pulled back and mitigated 50% and shot up. This is exactly what the guy on the YouTube videos, I did one training video on it. He's like making YouTube videos and sharing it with his 30 traders in his group, like freaking out about this $7 indicator. It's pretty cool. Where can I find that? Oh, it's pipstacking.com. $7. Just saying. I don't overpitch, do I?
I wouldn't say you're overpitching. I mean, my friends, this is obviously, I mean, you can't really make this up. He went back to a certain date, any date, and this is what happens.
So I do the beginning part that you do
every day. And we're helping people that are brand new. We're helping people that have been trading for years. Me personally, I've been trading for 5 years. I've never been consistent like I'm consistent now. Plus, add the funding onto it. It brings it a whole nother level, because I was basically the same way with Bob. I was trying to get to a certain amount, so I thought I could go full time. I could never get myself to that amount, because you'd have good months, you'd have bad months. Now I consistently have good months, but plus with this funding, I mean, you just it's time to get ready and take control of this.
Exactly. So guys, let's turn off the indicator. All right. And just look at this. All right. So we have a high here. We broke it. have a high here. You got to start paying attention to what's happening. They would, when I say they, the banks wouldn't allow this to be happening if they were protecting these highs, right? They're protecting the lows. They still have this double bottom here, right? They're protecting the lows. They're protecting these lows. There's actually two now. It's not complicated, right? So if I spread this out farther, this high is protected. So they pulled it all the way up here and said, no, we're going to keep this higher, and shot it all the way down. Now we're in a kind of like a pickle here. This is where what's that one pattern? Was that a pendant or something?
Yeah, it's something like that, but I don't pay attention to that.
Stupid stuff. Yeah, guys, stop paying attention to that. We got to focus on what the banks are doing, not what like the little silly patterns. Who do you think makes the patterns? Training.
Exactly. And who you think, if the banks made the patterns, don't you think they know or went through all these trainings and know what we're doing? That's why they got stop punts and big wicks to the side, this way and that way. So
watch this. I'm going to call it down here. Come here. It's not complicated, guys. You know very well that the market doesn't just go up and down, right? Like we broke above, we start taking buys, right? Don't mind the sell alerts. You have to know how to trade the sell alerts. You know how I teach people to trade the sell alerts, especially because most people come from the
thing is, both of them sell alerts would have won.
Oh yeah, they won. They won. But you know, for more confirmation, you're the trend line king, right? So right there, alert for buy. Anyways, a lot of people they do this if they can't see it yet visually. They put a trend line, then they just take it, you know, that kind of thing. And also, there's other settings in here. Let me just show you. I can put it on order flow, which means it's only going to go with direction at the current time. That basically means you'll end up getting hit a couple times through that process, and sometimes it doesn't catch them as fast, but it does work, right? As long as if you stay with trend. It doesn't work good if it's not a trending deal. It should put a buy any second. There you go. See, I can see it with my eyes. I know when it's going to happen. So probably another buy anytime. Yeah.
And back testing is key, my friends. I mean, that's the key to everything. And
that's why we like Trading View the most.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. You've opened my eyes to everything with what we do, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is awesome. Look, signals with so record ATR stop. Basically, you can put on ATR. I don't know if you ever did this, but this is another thing we just added recently. That's the average true range. So, like, if you're one of those guys that don't know where to put your stops, let me take off mitigated real quick so you can see it a little bit better. We also have higher time frame. This wasn't supposed to be a sales pitch call. I was going to train completely, but hopefully you get something out of this. I mean, you could see, guys. Again, you could see, you know, it broke that high. It broke that high, right? You can literally start playing off these blocks. It's not a big deal. Like trading's not hard. And I always tell all my students, you buy until it doesn't buy anymore. Then you start selling until it doesn't sell anymore. Simple as that. You're going to lose trades. Losing, I also tell my students, losing is actually super, super exciting because one, as long as you got out at your risk of 1%, okay, sometimes 2% max of your account balance. As long as you're morally strong enough to do that, mentally strong enough to get out at risk. Like today, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of went a little bit overboard on my risk, and you know, but I'm human. You know what I mean? I'm actually looking at to build an EA if I can't find one that will only let me get into X amount of positions on my account. And if you already have this, hit me up because I want it. Because my issue is greed. Like I'll be like, I know it's going to drop even more, so I get in more positions on pullbacks, on entries. But then what happens? Reverses on you, and then you go negative, or you break even, or you could have made thousands more, or whatever the case, right? So we work with you on that kind of stuff too. But I want you to see these stops, okay? So this is on the 4 hour, and we do a lot on the 15-minute and everything too. But if you're the kind of person that know where to stop at, look, you can just put your stop literally So this one was right there. Put your stop right above that line, right? It's always the greatest risk reward trades. But again, the problem I have with these risk reward people, I love, we hit 1 to 10, 1 to 20, even 1 to 100 sometimes, okay, in our trading groups. But the problem I have with these guys that say, oh, you have to hit a 1 to 3 and just let it run no matter what, because that's part of your trading plan, I think it's totally trash. Because there's a lot of times you could at least set to break even or take partials at a certain percentage on every trade that goes your way. If it goes back, you can hedge. Like, there's so many things that you could be doing to get out of bad trades, you know. But look, I mean, these are pretty tight stops, but long, boom, you can just put that right, that right underneath that line, take it up. This ended up being 1 to 3.21. Now, obviously, the smaller the time frame, the better you're going to do. All right. So, anyways, you got anything else on that? Oh, what I was going to do before you answer that, I'm just looking at this. See, I'm always constantly back testing. I'm looking at this because this is definitely going to go up. If this goes up, I want you to contact me right now from this area. Just say, hey, Bob, I want mentorship. Okay, just don't contact me, okay? Because it's not going to work. You're going to fail ever miserably. I'm just kidding. No, so look, because they're taking lows, and now they're going to sell from here. Boom. See, that's what I mean. That would have been my one loss. I did win a lot, but I'm just saying. And then once I lost, now I know the direction, right? So now I know the exact direction. But you can't do that like unless you know what you're doing. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. There was a couple. I was going to share a few of my students' results today, which was freaking just never gets old to me.
Yeah, and I mean, eventually you'll get. I do live sessions Monday through Friday every day, at for an hour every morning. So questions are welcome and everything like that. So come. Yeah, if you can't see what we just seen, then maybe this isn't for you.
Yeah. We're kind of clowning right now. I'm kind of like clowning a lot, actually. I get it, but I do it out of this is fun for us, right? Like this is what we do. So I just want to share my screen real quick. Boom. Can you see my screen? Which one do you see?
Yeah, I see both of them. I see Telegram. You got to pull it. I mean, make it bigger a little bit.
You see this?
Yes, I see
Is
that.
this the far right side?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to show you this, guys. Let me just go into a photo. Let me just scroll. So this is our main group, okay? And this was one of the charts I drew up today. Double top on one hour. I just want to show you some results. So this guy Thomas right here, he just got funded 200,000. He's working on his next 100,000 right now. That means every 1% he makes $2,000. First day he was at $4,000, and it was bittersweet. This is Glennis today. It's February 2nd. And we had 3 new members join today, which is pretty awesome. She made $3,940 today. It's freaking ridiculous. She's doing that every day. This is Bethany. She's probably going to be a coach in the future here. But I mean, every day she's just pulling out big numbers. She started late. She did 3,446 today, right? I was showing some pippage going on there. I showed some of my results. Can you see this? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
I was
it.
testing out my new strat. I was mad I got that little negative 750. But basically, this is one of my stress-free strategies where I just let things run and I look over and I see money and I grab it while I'm working and while I'm doing stuff. I'll be out on a jog and I look at my phone and see money and I just grab it, right? And if it goes negative, it doesn't matter. I just wait to get out. But this is my hedging strategy, basically. And I got two rows of them for you right there. But that was today. 630 pips there. think there was more. This guy's making reviews. It was super cool guy. 1,026 pips earlier. 464. Got drawings all day long. I mean, guys, it's pretty freaking cool. So we have that every day. I could show you results for days. I mean, honestly, 1,490 photos. I could just, people sharing the results all the time. 4,072 there. 1,500 there. A lot there. 5,000 there. 4,000. I mean, it just goes on for days and days and days. 2,335, 3,053. So anyways, we're doing really good, guys. Like, they're just chatting right now as we speak. We have about 70 something super strong traders. Okay. So if you're looking for mentorship, go ahead and go in the description and click the one that says not trade with Bob. Yeah. Tradewithbob.com. And also I have my, Telegram channel. It's free. That's down there. Also pipstacking.com. That's where you can get my $7 indicator that we were showing you earlier. And then, yeah, just make sure to subscribe and comment below. Let me know your thoughts on everything. Let me know how your current trading's going and how we can help you. Got anything else, buddy?
That's it, man.
This has been a long day. I've been up since 6 a.m. I'm a little bit tired, so forgive me if I'm a little kind of rambling. But thank you so much for watching. And by the way, if you watch all this, say US 30 is awesome at the end. So put that in the comments below. I just want to see who all watched all the way to the end, because that'd be insane if you actually did. And if you haven't bought pipstacking.com yet and you watched all the way to the end, I don't know what to do. Go look in your couch. You probably find $7 in your couch real quick. Anyways, all right, guys. God bless. Thank you.
All right, y'all be blessed.
Thank you for hanging out. All right, peace.